go in and pay cash for it. I mean, it's definitely aimed towards a young crowd.
What about another vehicle that is going down market actually to try to increase its popularity, and that is the new Volkswagen Passat that we saw yesterday. The car is larger. The price is going to be significantly less. They're looking to start that car around $20,000, which is a huge move down market.
Seems almost impossible to be able to sell a car that big at that price in this market, but we'll see if they're able to hold true to their promise there for $20,000.
Well, I was certainly nervous about what we were going to see as far as materials and content when they said they were dropping, they were shooting for a price that much lower. I was afraid, we were going to see cheaper plastics, lesser content material, but I didn't get the feeling of that when we were poking around inside.
No.
It just seemed like they made better use of their money instead of. I mean, there was some carryover components.
Yeah,
but
a lot of the important switchgear, stereos, window switches, all that stuff are things we've seen in probably even the current Passat. It's been a while since we've driven one, I guess, but that's all good Volkswagen quality stuff. So even that was impressive. The plastics were really quite good. There's a lot of room. The trunk is huge. They skipped a little, I think, in the powertrain department by not offering our beloved 2.0T gas engine. You're going to start with the 5-cylinder, which is not our favorite.
No,
but
which is probably where they've made up some of that.
Yeah,
that
I'm sure.
Cost savings.
I'm sure there's a savings there. Was excited to see the 2.0 diesel, and Volkswagen talking about how popular diesel is becoming in their lineup. So probably expect good things there. I think, what were they saying,
43 miles per gallon is their claim on the highway. So that's for a car that's
big.
It's big. It's got to be bigger than a Malibu. So
I would think so.
Nice car.
And then the top of the line version has Volkswagen's very familiar narrow angle V6, very smooth and powerful, 280 horsepower, I think, in the new Passat. Dual clutch transmissions available, some of those engines. Manual transmission available with the lower models.
The 2.5 only.
Well, if you're careful with reading the press release, the way they phrase it is manual transmission standard with the 2.5. It said that the dual clutch transmission was available with the diesel.
Okay.
And then the dual clutch is standard with the
VR6.
With the VR6. Dual clutch was not available though with the 2.5 or with the 5.
That doesn't really surprise me as much. But are we not going to be able to get a true manual transmission with the diesel?
It didn't say that you could get it with the diesel, but it said
everyone offers that.
So
yeah,
they may be vague on purpose.
We don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know.
I do like the manual transmission with that diesel. That's kind of a fun combination with that much torque. But anyway, we'll have to see, I guess, how that's received. Production units, the pre-production units we saw, pretty happy with those. I mean, if they're going to bring those in the mid-20 range. We'll have to see what becomes of that, I guess. What about Ford's C-Max? Kind of a whole new line of vehicles to bring into the U.S. finally. They look pretty good, but it's a little different.
I kind of, I'm split on it because
might be harder stuff.
The Mazda 5 has never exactly lit up the world as far as take rate, especially here in the United States. I guess I'm not sure what it is in the U.S. or Europe.
And if you go back to a similar vehicle that preceded that, the original Honda Odyssey and Isuzu Oasis were so successful that Honda saw fit to just copy Chrysler's minivan and try and make that better because the small van segment just wasn't where the money was.
But I wonder if now, because of the way fuel is going, buyers' perceptions will change a little bit. Look at the way crossovers took off. They're not huge. Most of them only fit 5 as it is. So you may get some, you probably pick up some of that market where they want the flexibility of a minivan, the cargo, the passenger capability, without having the big minivan.
But we are getting a couple different versions of the C-Max. There's going to be a 5-passenger, which is a little more traditional, and it might not be too hard of a sell for Americans if it's priced right and fuel economy's there, which it's going to be. There is a 7-passenger version with the sliding doors, which definitely amps up the minivan feel, and that's not a very popular thing with the American consumer. But a lot of this might be dictated by fuel prices in the what we're headed towards,
I could
people
imagine.
might finally bite the bullet and say, this is the best vehicle for my small family. It's not beautiful, and my friends are going to tease me, but I'm going to do it anyway. So, I don't know, we'll have to see. But continued great powertrain usage and styling. Ford has
EcoBoost engines in those.
Yeah. So they're going to return good fuel economy, and we'll have to see how that pans out.
Again, it's on the shared C segment platform with the Focus, the Vertrek.
Yeah, they are really spreading the cost out here.
They are, they're using this platform very wisely. They're getting the most they can for their money on this one, I think.
This is Ford's modern day version of the Chrysler K-Car platform.
Hey, cars for everyone.
And here we go.
We need to talk briefly about the Audi A6 we saw yesterday.
Yes, very
Basically,
impressive car.
a smaller version of the A8.
Yeah, they're
Very,
kind of
very
following a BMW.
Yeah, we're going
trend
back to the
here.
BMW 90s design theme of a one sausage at different lengths sort of thing with the A8, the A6 now, and of course
Likely the A4.
Well,
it's due
already
for-
looks like it.
yeah.
It certainly probably will even more in its next generation. But a very impressive vehicle, powertrain-wise, styling-wise, technology-wise. I mean, it's really at the top level, 75-80% of your A8 line. So, depending on how much you want to spend, you can get whatever you're looking for in an A6 pretty much. But
And
also,
there's going to be a hybrid
they show
version.
the hybrid version, of course, as everyone does these days. Looks virtually identical. Actually, they made a point of saying that they weren't going to differentiate the
Right,
styling.
they want it to be very much common with the A6,
So
the standard A6.
we'll look forward to driving those, I guess. But it's not a groundbreaking design theme, but it's understated, handsome, well-proportioned, usual Audi. Especially now that on new platforms, the front axle doesn't have move forward a little bit. They don't have the giant overhangs that they had to put up with before. So Audi's looking very good over there. And Mercedes didn't have a lot to show really. Share some technology announcements, continued development of their fuel cell program. So exciting things down the road there, but not a lot at Detroit.
No, they brought their electric
They did bring the
SLS, which,
Hurts my eyes.
yeah, that color is just
That's
a little
bright.
extreme on that one.
Very, very bright.
I
Doesn't
think it
come
looks
through
odd in
pictures.
pictures. It's even
Odder
more
in
extreme
person.
in person. Especially when parked next to a classic 300 SL
Oh.
gull wing.
That was beautiful. There will be a
Photo gallery.
photo gallery up on that.
Yeah.
Let me stammer over my words with you. Let's see, what about the BMW stand? We got the 1 Series M Coupe, which we've
Yeah.
seen before.
No surprises over there.
No, but
show
what do you
everything
think?
2 months
How do you think it looks in person?
Actually, it looks better in person. A little less boy racerish with the wheel wells work a little better in person. In pictures, they come off as really obnoxious. But in person, the vehicle looks really good. The turbo engine is going to rile a few M enthusiasts.
But it's got a
considering
straight 6 manual
you
transmission.
can only get a 6-speed manual, so I think BMW made up for that. But the car is going to be a blast to drive, I'm sure. Big brakes, cross-drilled brakes, big 19-inch wheels.
We also got pricing on that, $47,000,
Yeah.
$10.
And
So
that's steepish, but the 335, the turbo 335, runs easily up into those numbers when you fully load it into the 140. So, if you're looking at a loaded 335 or a loaded M Coupe with all the performance upgrades, it might not be a huge premium there, but we'll have to see. M is going to the turbo engine, so we'll just have to put up with that.
It's going to come down to what fits you best, I guess.
Yeah.
Just in terms of
It's a small car.
drive and overall interior comfort. I think
they're going to sell these out.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this is
No
going to do very
problem
well. There are a lot of fans of the size of the original, the M3s and that kind of thing. The M3's gotten to be a
So
much larger
big.
car, so this is going to be a popular size, and I think sell very well. What else did we see?
Well, there's the 6
Series convertible.
Oh yeah, 6 Series convertible. Again, we've seen that for months though.
Yeah.
But it looks good in person. That's,
Oh, we got a price too, $91,000.
to start.
Put that in perspective, you can get a BMW 1 Series M Coupe and a 128i convertible and still have $6,800 left over. So that's a lot of money.
And I don't think BMW would be all upset if you bought those two instead of the 6 either.
No, but I don't know.
I'm sure they want you to buy the 6.
91,000 to start. That's pretty steep.
Yeah,
wait till we get an M version of that one.
Yeah, they can. I guess they can get away with that. So
beautiful car. I think it really sits
pretty.
well on its wheels. Well proportioned. Definitely more matured than the previous 6.
Oh, we didn't talk about the Porsche show. One of the actual surprises of the show, to kick things off yesterday, Porsche showed a 918 RSR race car concept, basically, based on a closed-top, two-door coupe version of the upcoming 918 Spider Hybrid, which they announced was going to try to hit limited production in 2013. So this is a race car version of that. If they needed to make one to go racing, like I said, hardtop. It looks quite good actually in that configuration. Powered by a kind of experimental. Well, they're using this actual American Le Mans Series racing in a 911 with the basically a mild version of a hybrid powertrain with some electric assist. It has 2 electric motors, one for the each front wheel, and then the flywheel under braking will generate electricity, store it. The driver has access to 8 seconds of passing power, basically, which puts the peak horsepower at 767 horsepower. When you need to overtake someone, you press that button, 8 seconds, you have that turbo boost kind of power, I guess. But other than that, it's powered by a very high revving V8. So, a good looking version, and I really wouldn't be surprised if they're going to develop the Spider, they'll develop a coupe like this, if not for racing, just for sales. But exciting
I
things
see
happen.
a lot of that technology filtering down to the rest
road
of the
cars.
lineup. Not in its extreme 767 all-out horsepower form, but certainly milder and pushing it more towards the efficiency realm of things, as well as getting premium performance out of it.
Well, it's Porsche trying to be smart about getting performance in the future. Integrating the electric motors and that kind of thing. So, we'll see. We'll follow the development of that whole series, but very exciting things coming from that, I'm sure. So, and it looks good. Yeah, the racing library is a little much, but if you can scrape that away, put a nice silver paint job on it, that's a good successor to any Carrera GT supercar they've been without for a few years. So,
and a red leather interior.
Yeah, Muxlo wants red leather. So, hear that, Porsche, red leather. I think that's about everything, actually. It was a busy day yesterday. We saw a lot of new production vehicles, a few concepts, but these days, actually, the production vehicles are more important, and they're improving so rapidly that it's almost like they're concept vehicles when they come out, because the features they're offering, the technology, the powertrains, they just leapfrog every year. So, very successful 2011 North American International Auto Show. I think the optimism is back. All the industry press conferences are looking forward to a very successful 2011, and
I think everybody's ready to put the dismalness that was 08 and 09 behind them. I think everybody got a little bit of life breathed back into them in 2010. So
2011 is going to be a good year. Stick with Automotive Trends. We're going to bring you all the coverage throughout the year of all the new vehicles that we've seen here this auto show, and keep reading Automotive Trends.